You have a copy of the agenda, please stand for the, pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you all for coming today. We do have some business before we dive into the budget. First, I know Rabina, who was out yesterday, did have some comments on what I believe we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So a resolution to approve the request for the highway rooftop solar. Can I get a motion, please? Can I get a second? Jamie, Steve, and then Jamie. Okay, so I did look at this and read it. Rabina had some thoughts which we can approve, since it has been posted.
So I had a quick discussion with Jamie just now.
Okay,
We need a short summary for the newspaper and
Okay.
whatever else. We're gonna put it on BidNet.
great,
It says on the second page, it's an RFP, in the front it says quotation. Jamie was explaining why she was using that wordage, but she can explain it again in a minute.
okay,
So I took out tentatively, left it at posting it on Monday at noon and closing on the 10th, although I think that might be too short of a time.
how many weeks is that?
It's just barely a week.
Oh,
It's like, if it goes on 29th, which is Monday, this is the following Friday. Well, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah, okay,
Yeah, no, that actually should be.
okay,
Sorry. Bids are unsealed by the town clerk, so that's a change. At October 10th of
okay,
and then reviewed. At the October 21st meeting.
okay.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Then the other part is all submissions must be delivered to the town clerk. It doesn't have to have my name in it. And then the options are to or mail them to PO Box 305, etc., or by hand to the town clerk of the town of Hillstone. And then technical questions CC to the town clerk, town of Hillsdale, council member, Rana Nordstrom. And the responses are the same, but as I said, just a short summary for the ad.
So that's easy to get.
so the only thing is that everyone should respond with email. We shouldn't
You
receive.
you can't really stipulate that, 'cause
Well, is it a sealed bid or not? I mean, because if it's sealed, you can't really email it.
Well, it's being emailed for.
Okay,
I mean, I can accept it because it's state stamps already, it's really sealed, but.
right, that's not sealed. I mean, that's why you have a sealed bid, because all envelopes are not accessible to anyone, including the clerk. So if the clerk is on the take, it says, hey, if you can get this bid.
But that's why I think she has the authorization to unseal bids so that she alone can.
I know.
But only at the
Sealed
time.
At the end of the bidding period.
Only after
Yeah.
noon on Friday. Everything remains sealed and tight and in a locked drawer
Yeah.
in order to prevent someone from
Okay,
getting outside information. So that's, if you wanna do the sealed bid process, which
do we have to do a sealed bid process? I don't think.
I
we
don't
need to.
think we do, for this level of amount, I can ask. We're meeting tomorrow, I can ask George just to clarify and we can
Well,
have this tomorrow.
Well, Ken already
Okay.
responded on this, so let me see.
Okay, great, alright, we should get this clear. I think.
Yeah, so I think you have to give them the option of mailing it, bring it in by hand.
Yeah, you should,
Because, you know, if the internet's down or, you know, their computer blows up, they really,
They're illegal.
they're stuck, so. You can't really impose that on you. I mean, you can double check your phone, I think.
Okay, I mean, I could
From
try
what
to get
I
it on
remember. But Jamie did have a good suggestion, which is we should have kind of template for this
yes,
type of thing.
please,
I mean, there should be a template,
it's on the list.
kind of a bit busy.
Yeah,
We did write this at some point,
Yeah, it did.
Cause I asked him explicitly on this point, which part of our procurement law applied to in this case,
Yeah, I don't think there's
but
another.
I can't find it right now,
Okay.
so.
Alright, I could try to call him.
Well, unless we wanna.
I think we
just-
would still need to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would suggest we try and catch up with everything else tomorrow.
Okay.
Everything else and
Alright, okay, we'll
Tomorrow, it's
pass
not a
this
change, I can
tomorrow.
still-
I mean,
I can
apologies for the,
I can still post it on Monday.
Yeah,
yeah,
so
I
I
mean, this
think
doesn't
moving
change.
forward, I mean, this should be pretty, we're 2 years into this, so this should be like much
Yeah, yeah.
more
I
standardized.
agree.
So Ravina, if you could just you don't, I understand red lines are sometimes
Yeah.
difficult from.
Well, no, I've just
From a
done it.
phone or whatever,
Yeah,
but if you could just email me. What you just went through,
Yeah.
and then I will update.
Yeah, sure.
And recirculate it.
Great,
Yeah.
and I'll
I can do that.
It's easy.
talk to Ken. Okay, thank you. Okay, next up is resolution 143, calling on New York State Department of Transportation to reduce the speed limit on County Route 21 between Harlanville Road and New York State 22. We did get, I believe, 26 petitions from local residents and have filled out the required DOT form. Can I get a motion, please? Steve, can I get a second? Joanna, discussion, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Okay.
Give her a second. That was Steve and then Joanna. Four ayes. Thank you. Resolution 156 of 2025, resolution to appoint Jamie Carrano Nordstrom as the Hillsdale representative to the Columbia County Climate Smart Community Task Force for the 2-year term from January 1, 2026 through December 31st, 2027. Can I get a motion, please? I'll second that. Any discussion? Jamie, it's going well?
Yes, I can't make all the meetings, but the good thing is that they were recorded, so I can actually still listen in, which I think most people utilize.
Okay.
so.
Awesome. All in favor? Unanimous. 4 ayes, sorry. Okay. Here we go into the budget. Okay, I think the best place to start is the general fund. Want to start in revenues or appropriations? I was thinking we'd start. Well, let's just start with revenue. Let's just start at the top. It could be, we're not voting on anything today, we're reviewing. I did get some community input, which I can, relay. First is property taxes. No one likes to hear this, but it's been a decade since we have raised property taxes. There's a lot of stuff coming down the pipe, which we will be talking about. There's a lot of cuts that will be happening on the federal level that will be filtering down to the state, and a lot of this money that we've been depending on might not be as available, and or there might be a lot more competition for. So I would like to hear your thoughts. I don't think this is something we will put a number on today, but this is something that I wanted to bring forward.
Well, so there's actually a line, or what lines would these federal cuts actually impact?
Well, let's say, the New York State Bridge is federal money, the sidewalk money for Anthony Street would be federal money, also you have it would be more of the large capital projects as opposed to individual lines. I just imagine a world where a lot of this federal money goes away, so all of a sudden, all these press grants that we've been very lucky to get, there's gonna be a lot more requests on the state level from Dee Dee and Michelle that there's suddenly their pot of money is gonna become very in demand. And we'll have to come up with that money ourselves.
Yeah, or the state can become more efficient.
No, well, hey, we can all dream.
It's like, related to that.
Uh. Again, this is not something we can decide today, but it's just something I wanted to throw out there, and it's not, we can't increase it a lot, there's a tax cap. Which I believe is about. Which I believe is, I'll ask Patterson to do a spreadsheet, I believe it's like 4%. Which is not, you know. Problem is it's compounding, yes, you can only raise it a very small amount each year, but if you don't raise it each year, then. You know, it kind of bites in the ass, so, sorry, that's on top of the record. Okay, so I'm gonna move on, please stop me, pilot money, this is, payment in lieu of taxes, thank you, and it's a piece of property, $380, yeah, I can, sorry. Interest and penalties, this is our, money market that we have currently $1 million in. We have been drawing down on that slightly, so we did take that down slightly, especially since we have some reserves coming up. I do want to mention, before we get started, this is on the back page, okay. This is something new, so if everyone could please turn to the back page. This is in discussions with, Robert Patterson. Basically, the operating budget is the operating budget. What does it take for you to keep the doors open, the electricity, the salaries, the paper, operating? So a lot of times these capital projects get lumped in with operating, they're really not operating. And he's suggesting we have a list that we can submit to the state of our upcoming capital projects, get them out of the operating, which will make, because like if you do the salt shed next year, then when you do the budget for 2028, it's gonna throw all the numbers off, so let's separate them. I do wanna add $5,000 for solar.
There's actually a number of things we can add here.
Okay.
Also, one of the problems, I mean, maybe you have more visibility to
Sure.
this, but I think that when we receive grant money, I mean, we know historically this wasn't done properly, but when we receive grants, checks or whatever, like, this is kind of where they should be reported as
Sure.
well.
Yeah,
Because basically we have this money sitting in our account, but it's already designated to a project in contract with the state or another
correct,
entity.
correct.
And we think that we have this money, but actually it's already designated for projects, specific projects.
Yes.
So we need to
So,
itemize and tracked. I mean, I've been tracking my own, whatever I apply for, but
okay,
and trying to, follow up that way, but I
okay,
think we definitely need to see this in real time.
exactly.
Yeah.
So right now we have 100K in the band shell for band shell. We also have 80K of a reserve for the Hillsdale Parks. We only have one park, so that's from the lot line adjustment, the subdivision fee, $800. So, this Hamlet Park, 150 is actually the 100 from the band shell and probably 50 from this reserve fund. Yeah, because the band shell is going to require some more parking. We need better parking for
Well,
it.
we didn't think we were gonna get the bench all done this year, did we?
We're hoping to,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
it's pretty good.
so, I mean, I can set this up with and send you what I have. but
Okay.
Comprehensive plan is not considered a I mean, it's not really capital project. I don't know if, so, but
Well-
either way, everything should be listed here.
Yeah.
Money that you receive that is designated, or even money that you haven't received yet that is already designated should be listed here.
Okay. Well,
Like for instance, for comprehensive plan, like we have an outstanding grant for 100 and whatever, was it 20?
12,
Yeah, I forget
yeah.
the exact amount.
right,
But that should be listed here because even though we might not only execute that if we
Right.
receive the grant, we still need that kind of
Right.
visibility.
Yeah,
So what I was thinking is that,
well, the other thing is that
yeah,
Patterson asked you to break it down by year. So this
Right.
is what we think
This
is
is
gonna
for
be done for 26.
this year, yeah, but
Because
there,
27 is like the West End Bridge and other things that are out there still, and Anthony Street.
Yeah, I mean, you have the $500 from Bank of Green County that went to each committee. I don't-
yeah, but that's in the HECDC, so that's.
Oh, it is? I didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
yeah, that, I thought of that too, but
That's where.
Yeah.
that makes it easier, yeah. Well, that takes it off all.
But in fact, that could be listed here too, just so that like
Sure,
we
Yes.
remember that the money exists.
absolutely, that's,
Because
that.
there is turnover and, you know, people forget.
Right, I have a database of the park money, I think it was in a, an agenda somewhere, I can draw that out. The salt shed, you know, we have that 150K reserve, and then we have a grant out for the remaining 450K. That's a CFA grant.
Right,
The Hamlet Park, we have 100K of grants. Potentially, we're going to go out to Rhinestone for the remaining 50K. So that's why that's 150. And then the comprehensive plan, I think it's smart to do a reserve as opposed to putting in the operating budget.
it's not really operating.
That way it's there, like when you go for grants, like we've committed 25K for this, it shows we're serious.
Yeah, I don't know technically what.
Yeah,
they do.
Okay, all right, so I just wanted to point that out at the beginning, so it all filters down, and if you can send me your list,
Sure.
I'll update that and we can update this better. Okay? Okay, back to the front. Sales tax. Okay, this is always. The sales tax is hard to predict, we did up it last year. We're keeping it slightly, we're upping it slightly this year, I mean, we're on track, we still have
One more.
one more quarter to go. The franchise fees is the cable fees. Clerk's fees is all the fees that Ravina takes in.
And Emily.
And Emily, thank you. Youth program fees, we did. I just deposited some, so there's more coming in.
That was it.
Yeah.
How much did it make? How many kids? 70 kids at,
It's like 76, 75. At 125, some of the kids are a little more because they come from out of state, out of area.
Right, so it looks, this year we made more like 10K as opposed to 12K, so should we take that down?
I'd leave it.
Okay, all right. Zoning fees. Not taking in a lot of zoning fees this year, but we're gonna have increased compliance on STRs. So I kind of split the difference there to 2,500. We have
who's
about,
enforcing the fees on the zoning stuff? Who's Craig? I mean, who,
yeah, the zoning, when they get permits, they collect the fees. But if someone has an STR listed on Airbnb, we have not been very proactive in getting that.
yeah, I
those
understand
fees.
that. I
Yeah.
just don't understand. I know that when Rich has to put in a driveway,
Mhm.
that those fees for the driveway go to where? The Hamlet
Building
Park?
inspector.
They go where?
Building inspector.
Building, those are
Building
building
inspector.
fees, yeah.
Okay.
These are more like special.
Richard
permits.
approves it, the fee goes. building
How many
inspector.
driveways do you think we do a year here?
Depends on the
4 or 5?
subdivisions, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
alright, so
Yes,
then,
some-
Zoning fees are more like application fees. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I get them all confused because they're all supposed to go to certain funds. And so driveway fees go to what
Building.
again?
building,
Building.
Lee would process
building
that,
permit.
yeah.
So if he brings in all this money, like for the town, from
Mhm.
issuing building permits,
Mhm.
which is a lot of huge revenue stream, correct?
Building permits,
Yes.
this year, yeah, it's $100,000.
That's it?
Yeah, it should be more. than
It
that.
should be a lot more.
So we brought this up last year that we should look at the rate schedule for all of these and increase them
Planning board
by
fees and stuff.
probably a lot, because they're not even close to kind of market level.
Mhm.
And of course, predominantly people who are building in Hillsdale have money to pay for building permits, so.
And I see the stack of them on his desk and I see. There was one meeting where Chris said that, he had brought in the most revenue and it was, I think, Chris's last year. And it was an astronomical amount of money.
Is it 20?
It's,
Yeah,
and it's actually, I think it's a much more reasonable approach to increasing revenue for the town, because you wanna tax people who have money, not people who don't, and, if we raise the tax rate overall, property tax rate overall,
you're
I
hurting.
mean,
other
that's the main barrier to entry for young families buying homes here and, new families
but-
moving to this area.
But when the tax has remained 180,000 for the past 10 years, so if we have 100 houses, but if we have 20 new houses, actually everybody's tax rates go down. So it's actually counterintuitive that,
No, so but increasing, building permit rates
Yeah.
are not going to decrease the number of homes.
no, I'm not saying that,
So-
yeah,
So,
So what are we
what I'm
charging for a
saying,
building?
what I'm saying is that if we can achieve revenue through those type of taxes,
Mhm.
it's probably more equalizing than
Right.
achieving them through increasing base rate, because I mean, our taxes do increase, our school taxes increase, our county taxes have
Yeah.
increased. So it's not like people aren't paying higher taxes every few years.
They are, but they tend to blame the town and it's not the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And I would say, like,
Sounds like
if
one
you
point eight.
have lived other places in the state, like
Mhm.
closer to New York City. Actually, like the tax rates in Putnam County are less than here. Columbia County has very high property
Mhm.
taxes.
Hmm.
So,
okay. Well, are you?
So back to my question.
Yeah,
What is somebody paying for a building permit?
It's not so straightforward. There's a base for a building permit.
Right.
Okay.
It's
So many
based on
per
X
square
amount
feet.
of dollars.
Okay, so what's
how
the
much it
base
costs to
start
build.
at?
Hmm?
What's the base start at?
well,
I
I
think it's
think,
on the organizational
See-
chart.
Okay,
and to save some time, I think maybe at tomorrow's meeting, we can look at that. Like,
Yeah.
look at those various schedules.
Right.
And honestly, it's easy to find averages in the
Yeah.
state for this. and
Okay.
They should all be raised. Why not?
Well,
Like,
let's-
I just feel like, yeah, the town could raise money and revenue at other streams other than jumping to raising property taxes right off the bat.
well, after 10 years, it's,
yeah,
I mean, that was the thing Chris was
It's
really
under 2%.
adamant
I'm
about
not saying,
doing, was not raising the
Yeah.
property
yeah,
taxes.
and I'm not saying that's not
Yeah.
reasonable. I'm just saying, like, you have to look
Right.
at what revenue can be
sure,
arranged in other ways.
Agreed.
Before you make that decision.
Yeah.
And also,
I think Bart.
yeah.
Bart did a, I'm sorry, Bart did a
spreadsheet,
spreadsheet of planning and zoning and we're high on some levels and. not so-
compared to the rest of the county, yeah,
He said we were higher on planning.
Oh, yeah,
Anyway,
there's
probably
that.
not the rest of the county.
From my understanding, that the kind of financial operational model is supposed to be that, like, the fees collected from zoning
Pay
and
for-
planning should pay for those departments.
they do.
So it, for instance, should pay for our comprehensive plan.
Right.
It should pay for planning in our community.
Yeah,
So that's not really happening now.
well, I mean, I would take a look at Lee's salary and the planning salary, but I think there's an excess of every year, we're probably in excess of 10
Well,
or
zoning and planning is
$20,000.
only the secretaries and
Yeah.
that's.
I mean, but
3,000
Not in
a
one year, obviously, we're not in excess of $112,000, but there is excess there, we don't.
There is.
Yeah, Lee
but it-
takes in more than,
Because we actually we don't have active planning. We don't. We do planning projects
Right.
every few years. but
Yeah.
We don't have active planning. And we also aren't updating really. In a comprehensive way, updating our zoning code every year like we're supposed to be. Both our comprehensive plan and our zoning code should be updated every year. We don't do that.
Right.
That's cost, that's legal fees and that's your time, right?
Right.
So,
Okay. All right, let's take a look at those fees tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry,
We
Yeah.
shut down some sales tax, franchise fees,
That's
correct
what you
fees,
did
program planning, we were stuck on planning.
Right.
Planning,
Planning now.
okay,
Not charging.
I did take down this budget a little bit, cause we're 3/4 through the year and we're not gonna hit that 5K, it looks like,
Right,
just not the revenue coming in, but we can take a look at those fees tomorrow.
yeah.
Car charging station is doing well, thank you.
Can we
Emily.
raise revenue on like having a tree police,
Uh,
a ridgeline guard?
we have to pass a law, but,
Well, you have a ridgeline law,
Got
well,
one.
you're
Yeah.
right, but.
So
with
you don't have to
penalties,
pass anything.
Yeah.
$1,500
You're gonna be
per
the
tree.
enforcer.
Well, there's.
Yeah, that's my
there's
new
a-
job,
There is one.
there's
leaving the
one.
town board to be
Yeah.
tree cop.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could be another,
Good luck with that, cause there's so many people who don't allow that, who like will fight you tooth and nail.
oh, I know.
I
Yeah.
heard that every day from my husband.
There
Okay.
is, if you, law there is, general government, no.
okay, rental real property. This is actually the flea market and the car show.
Hmm.
We technically rent them the property, as well as the substation,
And,
yes. And the Rojam Pantry, so we kept that number the same this year.
The substation should go up, the COLA amount. Cost of
Right,
living.
cost of living 2.75, okay, so we could do a slight increase in that.
We do dog licenses, why is that empty? Or is that under clerk fees?
It's under clerk's fees,
Okay.
yes,
They leave it in because there was some,
okay. Building permits we discussed, this is the money that Lee takes in. Other permits, fines and forfeitures, this is the court, we're gonna have a discussion about the court in the appropriations department.
Dog cases.
Dog cases, sales of scrap, we didn't have any scrap this year. Forest products.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Sale of scrap,
uh-huh,
that means all the stuff down at the highway department?
yeah,
There's tons of it.
yeah, what about the aluminum from all the bleachers?
it normally goes
Yeah.
to,
Barbados,
no, no.
The property
it goes-
department.
No, it goes into the, pub,
right, the money from it,
not
Right,
yeah,
Hamlet
this
Park.
part, yeah.
yeah.
right,
Yeah, that's normally where it gets donated to.
okay,
Maybe he waits till he gets a certain amount,
Again,
I don't
that's
know.
another thing that should be listed as. where the
There's
money goes.
a lot of scrap down,
yeah.
It comes,
but those guys are too busy, I
Well,
don't know, how do they handle the sale of it?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
That's
mean to-
okay, how do they handle the sale of it, do they call an auctioneer, do they auction, how do they get rid of it?
For the
Yeah.
scrap,
Yeah,
they bring the scrap.
Yeah,
they bring
Or
it,
floating it somewhere.
They probably go to the port like everybody else up in Rensselaer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how they get it there, I don't know.
what is it in Rensselaer, it's a what?
The Port Authority in Rensselaer, where everybody. that's
Brings their scraps.
Yeah,
And then do they get reimbursed for it? or-
yeah, I believe like they give you a voucher and then
Okay.
you get a check, but if, I'm not sure if that's where you take it.
Okay, okay,
but in the past, it's gone to the park,
yeah,
and I don't know why it's not, it was listed in 24. So maybe he hasn't done it for 25 yet, maybe he doesn't.
That's what I'm saying, maybe he waits till he gets it
In
full
November
or something,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I've no idea what sale of forest products is, but.
Forest products.
I'm gonna,
well, they plant trees, they.
yeah, sometimes get firewood,
they get tons of wood down there,
They can't sell it illegally.
why can't they?
I know the county can't.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know, I just know like if Josh cuts a tree up, he cannot sell it to you, Mike, that's
Yeah.
illegal, right?
Yeah, well, if the town cuts from private property, the landowner owns the.
Right, rolls the wood, right.
okay, that makes sense.
What about the wood that they haul down to the highway department, the mountain?
So it only.
Like, people might not want the wood, just be like, I don't need it for anything, you can have it.
He used
So
some
it
of
just
it,
sits
he said,
down there, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
The wood scraps. and-
Yeah, like-
Yeah.
He could use it,
Yeah.
he has a
But
wood
he has a
furnace.
furnace.
He has a wood
That's right.
furnace.
Yeah.
So, mortgage tax, we did keep the same, we're a little light this year, I mean, more people paying cash, but, I was comfortable in leaving it. Or with a slight increase, from last year, $5,000. I'm sorry, I don't know what this 7968 is, I have to figure that out. What was that?
they,
State aid, I'm gonna have to ask about what that is. So through the fingers, okay.
Page 3089.
I will check on that,
maybe, no, no, that would be in sewer, wouldn't it? I was gonna say, maybe it was D.D. Barrett's thing.
no,
Sewer.
state aid,
Isn't that for like the older people's programming?
I'll start.
That's the only committee that receives, like,
Is it state aid though? I don't think so.
yeah.
it's a separate line than the other committees,
Don't know, it sounds kind of-
Yeah, I'm going to check on that state aid program, yeah, I don't have it in, I think this is a typo. Honestly, because I don't have it in my notes, so,
Right, it says 2023, where that was 33,000, almost.
yeah. Tobacco settlement, comes in every year. Thank you, tobacco settlement, all right,
Okay.
oh, you're fine. State aid conservation, I have to check what this 10K is. Apologies, okay, then we're using appropriated fund balance to offset. But we can come back to that when we discuss the last page, because that's all gonna be included here, right? Adopted budget. So let's come back to that and move on to appropriations. We'll come back. All right, I did a 2.75 COLA, cost of living adjustment, for everyone except the court. When we'll discuss the court later. Town board, this is a 2.75. We don't need any more computers, so we did take that down substantially. Contractual, we took that up because we'll have 2 new board members and AOT seminars for anyone who would like to go. So that's how we ended up at 30K there. Okay, municipal court. We are going to take down the hours of the court that will be open, although it still will be open 2 days a week. As you know, Elizabeth did hand in her resignation, however, upon some reconsideration and like, hey, if Peter can take part of this job, make him a co-clerk, can we reduce the hours total? And have 2 clerks split it, and then that way Elizabeth could stay. And we could get the appropriations down from 20,000 to 1,500. By less hours and more efficiency. I gotta say, Elizabeth is very efficient, but the big problem, the big problem with the court is that, you know, it's currently costing us a lot of money, 45, and they're only making less than half of that. Problem is, we need a little strip of the Taconic Thruway, because Taconic makes $150,000 a year. And Claverick makes a lot of money, Copic makes a lot of money, and also it's just, yeah,
What do we have, a lack of speed traps or something?
yeah, we do.
What do
we
we
need
have,
a
a lack of
Taconic.
cops pulling people over?
I've talked,
It's time.
Yeah,
yeah,
Right, they have a-
No, you know, this is where they're all making money, from speeding on the.
Right,
time.
I get it,
No,
can tell
Taconic
them.
comes through Hillsdale.
yeah.
but what about speeding on 23?
I've talked to them about increasing patrols and.
Cause I see a lot of speeding going on all the time.
Yeah, no, they're out of town hall, when they're out of town hall, I always make a point to say, please. But I think maybe next year we should have a serious conversation about, going down to one judge. That would be a referendum.
Yeah.
One judge, one night of traffic court, or 2
Well,
nights.
you combine, you have to have an agreement with the adjoining court
Uh-huh,
people, so it's either gonna be Austerlitz or Copic,
okay.
So
so.
there's
You
like a,
combine and people go to that
combine,
night.
So, yeah,
That saves
sometimes
money.
it's here, sometimes it's down there.
also
Yeah.
there's a 3 a.m. call, it's not always this one person.
Right,
You might need a referendum.
Yeah, you do.
To vote
Oh, yeah,
to
Yeah,
reduce
because it
the
goes on
number
the
of
ballot.
judges.
yeah, it's a process, but
Something
it's,
we discussed in the past.
Yeah.
yeah.
Many.
Do you know if someone does get a ticket here, do you know like the processing time? Like how long it takes to get a hearing?
Like to get the out to
30
the,
days.
I believe it's pretty quick,
Yeah,
I
it's like a
mean,
week or something.
yeah, there's not that
2
many
weeks.
tickets that they're processed.
Well, no, because they court only.
Once a month, yeah,
Once a month.
You can get in.
Twice a
Yeah.
month.
Oh, it's twice.
yes,
Twice
one,
a month, once for civil cases and once for the,
Okay,
yeah, I don't think there's any holdup.
I got a ticket.
well,
Once.
I think in other towns it takes.
Oh,
yeah,
months.
they've
sure.
got tons of.
They got like
fines.
500 tickets,
We
we've
have,
got 10. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, to Elizabeth, it's been going down gradually since she's been here for 2 years. And so now they get like 2 or 3 traffic tickets, maybe a week.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah, I'm
we
with you.
get, I mean, last year we
it's
got
insane.
probably once or twice a week, someone would come in to pay a fine
Yeah,
when the court. was in.
Wow.
This year, one a month, one every couple of weeks, maybe.
Wow.
When I first moved here, I got pulled over and ticketed for coming out of the general store parking lot below, you know, the Crossroads parking lot,
Yeah.
and going up to the upper one without a seatbelt on.
I gotta see that too.
And I got a ticket and I looked at the guy like, I literally was on the road for 3 seconds, but I got you, fine, give me the ticket. And I came to traffic court and it was passed, but that was like 2016.
Yeah, oh,
So
what-
it was way before.
Yeah.
Am I like
Yeah.
2008, I gotta.
So what happened to that baby cop, that young state officer or whatever?
I don't think
They-
honestly the state troopers are in town as much as they used to.
Okay,
They used to be in town
Yeah.
a lot and they're not
Yeah.
anymore.
yeah,
For what reason, I don't know.
and they would drive revenue and ticket
Yeah,
Yeah,
most of the
processing.
judges doesn't find people.
well, that's another story, but
Which
not
one?
for, anyway, that's a larger conversation about the court. Town supervisor, I went out on the newsletter, asking for an increase again. My feeling is Hillsdale needs a full-time person at the helm, manager, whatever you wanna call it. This is really not about me, not gonna make or break me, but we're gonna need candidates sooner
After
rather than
you.
later. And it just, if you're a
What,
retiree with no income worries, you can run, but other than that, it's,
what is, what's her name make as supervisor up in?
Istria,
Yeah,
42, but the Republicans are looking to cut that substantially
Really?
it's more of a political thing.
what is the supervisor in Copic make?
20, I believe,
That's
he wants it up to
insane.
25.
It's insane.
I did the calculations for the town, it's like $10 an hour, if you add the county stuff in, it comes, it's still less than minimum wage.
Why can't you just say that any town supervisor job, no matter which town, is $22 an hour, just like the highway workers?
So you can't.
Wow.
Oh, we should unionize.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Well, I did get 2 feedback, Jose Cala,
Yeah.
said, yes, Mr. Edelman said, yes, but the sewer should pay a lot of this, and mine, not totally without merit, but hopefully next year, it won't be all sewer all the time.
Is that
So-
Larry Edelman or?
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Edelman?
There, yeah.
But,
Yeah,
either. Edelman.
Yes.
so the budget is, you're proposing is 30.
Yes,
This is. This is a not 300% increase from,
it's a 30% increase, yeah, about a third,
yeah, well,
well,
it's. I don't know what the percentage is, but it's,
Yeah.
you started in 2023, that's before your time, right?
Mhm.
Mhm. So 2024,
mhm,
it was 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's over 100% increase since
comes-
2024. And then you also, the last year, the county board of supervisors also increased their salaries.
Right, we're about 14 now, yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
14.
yeah.
I thought it was 14 before.
No, it's 14,500, 14,500. I can double check.
You get paid to go to those cantankerous meetings?
Yes, I do. That's where, yeah,
Yeah.
that's,
No, I
You
get
know.
it, I see what happens there.
So I raised this last year, but
Sure.
the only issue I see with this is that we're not, we're not adjusting everyone else's
yeah,
salaries.
Well-
And, it has nothing to do with
so,
the value of your work or
I
how
understand.
much time you put in, but I just think when a supervisor, especially like in a role of authority like yours, if you're
Mhm.
asking for a salary raise, we really have to look at everyone's salaries in order to be kind of
but
make
my,
this a fair process.
my argument is that, on an hourly rate, I'm still making less than everybody else.
Cause
I'm
he's
not-
here a lot more.
Yeah, I'm not even making 20 an hour and everyone else is making 25. Your salary we can talk about, but it's certainly not 35-hour week, and that's what I'll show you my phone. I was on with George Schmidt and
Yeah.
Richard at 7 a.m. this morning. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that to cry, but on an hourly rate, the problem was the starting salary was so out of whack. It was ridiculous.
I mean, when Chris was supervisor,
Saying for 20 years.
yeah,
Yeah,
This basically is, you could compare it to the highway department.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
3 years ago, we gave the highway department, I can't remember, but it was
Oh,
a
right.
huge increase.
yeah, to keep them,
because not only to keep them, but similarly, they were really down low
yeah,
compared to other.
Yeah,
And I look at the same, but when we gave the huge increase to the highway department, we didn't give everybody else that same increase.
right.
We didn't give the town.
Unionized.
The union has nothing to do with it.
but
Also. they
the
do-
supervisor's still making less than the
Yeah, well, this
highway
is-
department.
But that's their job.
So I don't see how getting parity less than
No,
everyone else.
so
is-
that's not really my argument.
Mhm.
Last year, you weren't here, Steve, but I actually set this up, like, we put everyone's existing salaries and we also estimated conceptual hours, weekly hours, right, or daily hours. And if you assign a $25 an hour rate to everyone's conceptual hours, we can't afford, we don't afford that. So what I'm saying is we need to come up with a system that adjusts it so that it's fair for everyone. So that the town can actually afford fair salaries for everyone instead of a model which maybe punishes not you, but your position or punishes other people. We need to look at that. We at least have to do the diligence of looking at that, because when we looked at it last year, it wasn't fair.
But wouldn't the model be the going rate salaries of the towns that we border, basically?
Not
Right.
always, not always.
Well, that.
Columbia, what I found in my 2 years, almost 2 years now, is that Columbia County is not, in towns in Columbia County are not a great model for anything. I mean, you can't look at the towns near to us and find really
Any,
any,
agree.
any like kind of valuable data, like that's not what we should be. We shouldn't be modeling ourselves on other towns that don't actually look at this properly every year.
But we should be.
Well, what do they pay my question is, you look at Alströms, they clearly have huge coffers.
Well, they've got a private donor that.
Right, okay, they got a
we really
private donor and we
yeah.
have to, yeah, but I mean, look at their town hall, I don't know what their,
But
their
that-
town clerk makes.
That money doesn't go to their corpus, the town hall from the private donor
Uh-huh,
Mhm.
is like a gift,
Yeah,
like the fire.
actually, their highway department is underpaid.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
their
really?
jobs. Yeah,
they make less than ours?
Absolutely.
Get
yeah,
out.
absolutely.
I
So
was curious to see what their town clerk makes.
that I don't know, but their
Yeah.
highway department is not on par.
Town clerk I think there was four when I did the thing a few years ago. The calculation.
Cricket.
Yeah,
Most town clerks, with the exception of 4, do collect town taxes.
right.
They're tax collectors as well.
They double as tax collector, tax
Yeah,
They're
collector.
double at tax collectors, but they don't get really paid for it.
They don't get
But then
paid-
we
they
don't
don't
pay,
compensate.
we don't pay Joe Hanson very much. either.
Yeah.
He's kind of a freebie.
Well, he works mostly in 2 months, 3 months, like December through February,
Gotcha.
and a little bit in between, but that's really the
It's like a
best of his,
Town side gig.
yeah, exactly.
Alright, so,
What I proposed last year is
Yeah.
just, we did this work, we set it up, Mike helped to fill out this Excel sheet. Where we were able to show, what if everyone received at least $25 an hour conceptually? And
We can't.
that, we can't afford it, but that's the reason why this process is not fair.
No, it's
Yeah,
Does
no,
that
it's
make
not.
sense? So the other thing I would say is the next time anyone seeks a salary increase, that should probably not be done in the newsletter prior to the time the board actually receives the
Tentative budget. Okay.
And it's like as if a CEO
Mhm.
sent an email to the company, or made a public email saying, I'm going to increase my salary. Can you imagine what the board, what the corporate board would feel if a CEO did that? That
right,
would
but
be
I think what
very
Mike's point, to
appropriate.
Mike's point is,
No,
if
I-
Mike's not the supervisor, the next person to come in, it's hard to find somebody young who's up to date on cutting edge, small town procedures
Hmm.
to make a town better without offering a substantial amount, not a huge salary increase, but something a little bit more attractive than what it is right now.
Yeah, exactly, but the same applies for every job in town hall, literally every job. The
Yeah.
Same applies,
Does that bring us back to raising the property taxes, Mike?
No, not
No.
necessarily, but, no, I stand by my arguments,
Raising the
This
taxes
is-
is only gonna bring in something like 47,000.
yeah, no,
Oh, really?
raising property taxes is not a big,
It's not a huge amount.
No.
1,600 parcels, it's.
yeah, no. Okay, we're not talking a lot here, but,
Wait, that's what the town has? 1,600 parcels?
okay,
We're stuck, it's just,
Yeah,
you know, they try and expand, but it's very difficult. In the 8 years I was on the board,
yeah,
always trying to find another way of doing something so
right.
we could cut costs, but.
Let's put the toll houses back.
there you go. I'm gonna-
I did suggest that.
They've had a lot of shun pipes going
Right.
around. Yeah.
The quarter of
Oh,
22 and 23, so I just thought,
something
oh,
about the deputy supervisor.
Yeah,
But that isn't. That isn't reflected here, right?
yeah, it's,
Oh, it is.
proposing yes. Just, Steve Tiger's always on call when he was deputy supervisor, there is work being done, it's
Yeah,
not a lot of money, it's less stipend basically, but I think it should be recognized, it is.
in the past, it's usually been someone that's been on the town board, that is on the town board.
Right,
yeah, no, I think it's fine, but
Okay.
this is where to do it.
yeah, thank you, okay, great. Contractual, I took down, I don't know why I took up equipment, I think
Because
he
we
got.
need to.
Oh, yes. For the scanner, we need a new, yes, updated processor, so that's why that's up. Thank you for reminding me. I did take contractual down. Sorry?
You mean printer scan?
No,
Computer,
uh,
PC,
Oh,
PC, yeah, for the check cashing.
no, for PC.
Yeah, PC, but that's what,
Oh. sure.
yeah, so I can cash checks. Okay.
Bank
Um,
attached.
Accountant, contractual, this is down slightly because if you notice in the park, I asked Bob to break out his park fees. Cause I don't think we should break that out, so he said that's about, $100 a month, right? So that's minus $1,200, in case you're wondering why that went down, but his overall fee will remain the same. tax collector personal service, again, was a COLA raise. He does need a new computer, correct?
I think so, I'll double check with him, but he's
Okay.
using one that he got and he needs to have a town computer.
He should have a town computer, absolutely, yes, okay. Tax collector contractual, some postage increase there. Budget officer remains the same. Assessor personal service,
That's why it says 750 there for actual, because I wasn't paying the 3,000. On payroll, changed it then.
assessor personal service, okay, COLA. Again, which I believe this, our sister town of Austerlitz is also doing. We share her with Austerlitz. Assessor equipment, remains the same, she's fine, assessor contractual postage increase. The BAR remains, 5 people at $80. Okay,
I have a question,
sure,
tell me if I'm off subject here, but, Cheryl, when we hired for that position, I thought we only shared that position with Austerlitz, but Cheryl serves.
she serves other towns, but we have an actual agreement with Austerlitz. We have a shared agreement with the town of Austerlitz.
So,
yeah.
so, do we know how many towns that Cheryl serves?
You go online and look,
It's Red Hook,
it's quite a bit.
yeah,
I don't know.
no, she dropped
Place to see that?
She dropped a couple and that was the deal for her to take this job.
What I would heard.
Yeah, no, she dropped, Hudson. I believe she does Red Hook, Austerlitz and Hillsdale,
I'll look, I'm looking.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know that I saw it somewhere. I just gotta-
Oh, really? I didn't know it was in one place.
It might be on the county website. What is this one? I know,
Metro nuts.
No, because I recently saw her name associated with Hudson, and then I thought,
No, she dropped Hudson, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
okay,
she
so
did,
maybe that
yeah.
was an old something.
Yeah. I'm gonna research that and come back to, we do have a 1:30 with Granicus, just a quick phone call to catch up. But we should be able to get through this. Town clerk is a COLA raise, deputy clerk is a COLA raise, clerk admin, we did not start on that project digitizing, but next year, once we get the service. Town clerk equipment is down, town clerk contractual is way down because here's what was happening. The Microsoft was being charged to the town clerk contractual, and we now have a separate line for that. Public information contractual, you'll see. We talked about that earlier, it just made no sense, because everyone uses Microsoft, not just the town clerk. That was a holdover from the previous clerk that, or no, Microsoft was brand new.
no, it was there before.
It was there before, okay, but it's a correction,
Yes.
which is why town clerk contractual is way
Also, the
down.
other thing that goes into town clerk contractual is the postage.
Which you need to break down.
I've now broken up, so
Okay,
that'll, I
be
think,
a code.
like twice a year we'll settle that.
Well, okay. Attorney contractual remains the same, attorney planning board, again, remains the same. Engineer contractual, okay, I took this way down because what was happening is it all ended up in capital improvements, whether it's, hey, can you do a drawing of the park, or can you do a proposal for a culvert, so Bob was saying, oh, no, that's capital, so. And the question then becomes, okay, what do we use an engineer for? Operationally, and there are legitimate, like,
It's,
Hey.
it's for
It's all
review before
Mhm.
planning and.
yeah, all that stuff, so. I just took that way down, elections contractual is up a little bit, cause I ran, there's 2 elections next year. Yeah, it's gonna be a big election year, That's just for lunch, for the primary and, general. Records management, we do want to keep this
Digitizing.
digitizing. Public information contractual, this is the website and all the,
Constant contact.
constant contact, anything like that. Buildings. Personal service, we're still down a handyman, although Victor was in the other day. If Victor does come in emergencies, we're still advertising for one. We could.
I remember-
Wait, I'm sorry, wait, back up. Victor wants out of the park again?
No, the town, he also is the town hall
Oh,
handyman,
okay.
but he comes and does basic, but we
Yeah.
don't. I could take this down a little bit,
I'd leave it in case
What
we
if-
find someone.
yeah, okay,
What about the attorney contractual?
yeah,
It seems like, I mean, we're only at 8,500 in.
Who's behind in his billing?
yeah,
Probably.
probably, yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, please. I apologize. Buildings equipment, we're after the renovation, we're okay, I mean, yes, again, a lot of this would fall under capital improvements, we do get around to really doing some major stuff. So this is just basic operational stuff, buildings contractual. We're on
Oh, the
park-
utilities.
utilities, oil, electric, etc. Gardens, I have to make sure he hands in his bill for the year, but that should remain the same. This is the new line item from Microsoft. It's 5,000 a quarter. We're 2 quarters in, and that's for all the email addresses and, all of Mr. Microsoft. Okay, flipping over, we're just doing a good time here. Okay, unallocated insurance, we, increased it slightly for, I believe, some more cyber insurance we're looking at. But basically remains the same.
We're
Municipal,
looking at reducing it.
reducing the insurance, oh, we are.
Deductible.
Okay, yeah, I did get an email from a vet today. Asking if we did want to up our deductible, we're paying for $1,000 deductible. And it would be much cheaper if we would go to
Right.
2,000 or 5,000, we can look at that, I've not had a chance to really deal with that. But I would keep you all posted. Municipal dues is AOT, contingent I'm taking down. Public safety, signs. Let's see. Yeah, we buy,
Signs contractual, that's not road signs. Road signs are under highway.
that's under highway, this is, special signs, walking signs, parking signs. We might not need it, but I just kept it there in case we do. Traffic control, that was a special purchase, but they look really good. As was this yield sign for $84, we don't need that. Animal control is a COLA raise, animal control contractual, that's based on the number of dogs taken to the pound, we do pay a fee for
Oh
that,
my God.
but
How many does he take?
I don't know, but he's up this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, this year's been a dog year because he's almost through his budget. The Columbia
Wow.
Green charges a fee,
It's gonna be agreed.
a
yeah,
lot.
I think it's
Yeah.
750.
I don't think it's that much, is it?
It's 300 and something a dog.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have to look at the invoices, I don't remember.
That's shots and like food and yeah, makes sense. And he's bringing in a lot of dogs.
yeah. Leheim is a COLA increase,
What does that mean?
cost of living,
Thank you, I was thinking.
everyone's getting cost of living.
Which
He makes,
building?
Building inspector, personal service, 36,
0.1 is payroll.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
this is another,
What line is that one?
this is another
Under
significant
public
raise
safety,
since
yeah.
2023.
Well, what happened is he's working more hours for us. He dropped the building
I'm
for
sorry.
Philmont, remember last year? So he's working 6 more hours a week.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that, it's
Okay.
all based on an
Yeah.
hourly, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he dropped it,
It's now on Mondays as well, but.
yeah, so anyway,
Inspector.
building inspector. Clerk Ramona, thank you, Ramona, COLA increase, building inspector contractual, is that right, Ravina, 42? Oh, postage and,
Posted.
you're right, and sundry stuff.
He
Safe,
gets charged for the phone and things.
um,
The department.
Yeah.
oh. Building, no, this is why, building inspector contractual is going to include the $1,700 for the
Oh,
hotline
grants.
number.
Yeah.
It comes out of building inspector, that's where. It was suggested we take it out, so that's why his is up. And he. Does not need a new computer or any equipment, so we took that down.
He needs a camera. Huh?
He needs a camera, or,
Sorry, you can buy it for $150.
so it's just,
Yeah, or we can change out the monitor. His monitor doesn't have a camera on. The old one.
okay, so I'll just put $200 in there.
I just got $20.
He might need something, I'll add 200. Okay, registrar is Rabina, remains the same. Highway, this is gonna be union dependent, so hold off on that number. Longevity pay, again, that might be affected by the, negotiations. Well, the union,
yeah.
that's union stipulated. He did not ask for any equipment. Contractual is slightly raised by $200. Garage equipment. Budget, okay, remains the same, and his garage contractual remains the same,
So
yeah.
transportation is all highway? Is that? Here?
No, because street lighting is not,
Okay.
No, it's.
there is some overlay with the highway budget, I mean, not overlay, but it is broken up. And we can come back after we talk the highway budget, but he did not ask for any significant increases in his budget other than a culvert replacement, but we can talk about that when we get to the highway, but his is basically the same. So we'll come back when we go through the highway budget. Economic assistance, Meals on Wheels, you know, they're still,
They're still doing it. I think this guy's still at the firehouse, you know,
As far as I know.
yeah,
so, but they don't charge mileage what they used to do.
all right, make sure he comes at us this year, because, you know.
That longevity pay, just, it's just for the superintendent.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't have, okay, it's
Not
not,
union.
it's not union contractual, okay,
well,
at this point.
it isn't, because Richard gets what the union gets,
Wow.
right?
Well, you know.
Yeah.
It's traditional.
Traditionally, okay, yeah. Publicity, I left that the same, veterans contractual I took down because we don't have the Memorial Day parade. And aging hard to not give to, landscaping, this is, Brothers, Hamlet Park and mowing of town hall. Youth program personal service is a COLA raise. Equipment, none, contractual, they did have some for some expenses down there.
So
And
the-
sure,
So the landscaping contractual, I mean, it's only 5,300. Is that
Because it's
also a
like-
billing delay?
yeah,
Okay,
they,
but so that shouldn't happen because
Hmm.
we have a 2-week voucher cycle, so that has
Yeah.
to be communicated to
They
the
don't, they
contractor.
we just, we talked to them yesterday and said, yes, we
Yeah.
need to get your bills in more on time.
Yeah.
We did talk, we are, I was on yesterday.
Like, they're
During
like out of contract if they don't
Yeah.
commit to a
It's just
billing
that-
cycle.
lawn mowing
Well,
is
that's a-
such a
NICEAG's one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they have a major contracting company, they can absolutely submit an invoice.
yeah. Yeah, that's just, it's,
They have the secretary.
yeah,
They do, but
yeah, but they're more worried about the hundreds of thousands of dollars of contracts than they are at the moment. But I did talk to them, I will
I
talk to them again.
wouldn't really refer, I'm just saying generally,
Yeah.
I've noticed this like.
Yeah,
We
agreed.
just need to provide that feedback.
Agreed, thank you, absolutely. Celebration, so where celebration remains the same. Flags remains the same and wreaths remain the same. Alright, okay. Zoning personal service is, Ramona, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, isn't it? Kohler Ray, zoning equipment. Fine, zoning contractual, again, some, we did not give her a postage raise, but she really doesn't need the postage all that much, okay. Planning personal service is, Jim Zaroli. Cola, again, he's down because he didn't start until I think when he started, April, May. Anyway, that's why he's not, yeah. Planning equipment, he's fine with, he has a computer. Contractual, this is, for. Let's see where they're, it's, we took it down because they're only at 1,800 as of August, so they're not using postage and stuff like that. Maps, we need new maps. If you can get that in this year, we can, because we have the budget this year. So if we do, we'll take it down, but
Maps for what, what's that?
downstairs, there's,
There's a series of maps downstairs that were originally done in 2006, were updated in 2008 with the new property tax parcels. And they haven't been upgraded since, and they need to be redone. Those.
Oh, like we have a requirement to update them?
Mhm.
Cause it's all publicly available on the Columbia County GIS site. We have it all, it's all digitized by the county.
yeah, but it still needs to be publicly available. Someone comes into the
Yeah.
clerk's office and says,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Is that true?
Yeah.
I thought the county, I thought the county was responsible, no?
No, it's like the tax rolls, they still print them out.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
have books,
That's
that's why you see these giant books everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah. Everything that's done digitally has to have a paper piece to it,
Yeah.
because some people can't access it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, there's a whole bunch.
Yeah, hang around town hall, you'll be very surprised. Okay, so comprehensive plan and zoning, I know when you applied for that grant, you said that there's 12,000 allocated, I'm suggesting we pass a reserve for the comprehensive plan. And get it out of the operating and make it a capital
Mhm.
reserve that's always gonna be there until we get the damn thing done, which we're gonna do. All right.
Is there, so until we receive, some notification from the state, we're not really allocating anymore.
Correct.
Okay,
But if we'll do whatever the state wants. You know, to make it happen, if this is
Yeah.
indeed an issue, but I'm guessing that
yeah,
reserve for twice.
this is
The
the
requirement.
requirement.
Yeah, but if we pass the reserve for twice as much, that should suffice, so.
Yeah,
that's-
and yeah, I
Okay,
mean, there are opportunities that we can talk about of, how to start this project without that money.
okay,
So,
yeah,
but the town would need to decide that. I mean, we can still reapply for the grant next year
sure,
and it can be a work in progress.
right, but we're gonna get it this year, so we don't have to reapply.
Yeah.
Then we go into our committees, one note, I'm gonna combine infrastructure and sewer, because that's how the meetings always end up anyway, so, I got rid of the allocation for the sewer, but that'll be organizational, sorry, go ahead.
For the clean energy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
So that's the committee, right?
yes,
These are committee lines.
yes,
So you can see that the committee never uses this money.
okay,
And I think it's not that we can't it's not like we don't have things to spend money on, it's that I think it's only for programming, or can we use it towards capital?
You can use it
Projects.
with board approval for, I know the no limitations.
Yeah.
We've used it for a
Okay,
variety of things, yeah.
Okay, because I think historically, that's why, because, you know, of course, we can contribute to capital I mean, that's.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
this committee does, it's only really capital grants, so,
Yeah.
I think, this is something, maybe the 750 this year can be spent on signage, with maybe Tom Cardy, memorializing
Oh,
Tom
that'd be
Cardy
lovely.
as part of this work on the clean energy.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
get a quick resolution for
Okay.
October, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Howard and he worked on.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
some,
Yeah.
because we, for the highway solar project, it requires signage, so I thought we could.
No.
Okay,
Rebook. Okay.
yeah, you can, as long as we pass it this year, I know that's not gonna be done until next year, but we can encumber it as long as it's allocated. So,
Yeah, so I
right.
think, you know, we already have solar there, so we can create the sign, and we
Okay.
can maybe build the sign now.
That'd be lovely.
At some point, I think you really need to look over all these committees, because nobody,
No, they're not using.
nobody
They're not
uses the
functional.
money except for the
Well,
state.
yeah,
At home committee for the last.
well, no, the
3 years.
Hamlet does use some, and
The
then
Hamlet needs, but the
housing,
economic development.
economic development needs, yeah, we can talk that
We
way.
lost, Todd, and we lost somebody else, and Matt's so busy, and so they haven't had a meeting in
Yeah.
4 months.
Yeah.
I did have a conversation with the owner of Cooks and.
Coca-Cola.
No,
No.
Cake and Books.
Cake and Books.
See how I did that, right?
Yeah.
She seems to be very
She's
energetic.
never here.
Okay, she has a partner who's gonna be here. All right,
I don't know how, yeah.
all right.
But yes, that would be great, Mike, but they live in the city and I think they come up. and They're
Okay.
gonna hire people to run the city.
Yeah, all right, okay. Well, I would wanna keep it for next year,
Yeah.
E-code, this is here,
Oh, wait, one more question.
Sure.
If you don't use it, you lose it, right?
yeah. So,
That's a shame.
well, you got 3 months.
Really budget.
Yeah,
I know, but,
something. All right,
wait, can we donate it to, use it for the Christmas celebration or?
I think, I've got celebration money for that, I already have the budget for that, but if you wanna do something extra, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll ask
if to
Matt.
draw people to the businesses or highlight it or
Popcorn
publicize
balls.
it. Popcorn ball, yeah, alright, E-code, Ravina, remind me, I'm blanking, this is,
Charge that they make.
oh yeah, we took this down because. There's not. The charges for uploading
There's
that,
not much up.
there's
there.
not much, yeah, okay,
It's slowed
It-
down, so we're good. We
Right.
have 3 laws this year, they've already done 1.
right. This is climate smart grant, that's not right,
No,
it
it's
should just be
grant.
climate smart. Historic, they will have charges coming in.
Yeah.
They wanna rent the firehouse for a general knob celebration. Sewer committee, that is going to be incorporated into, sewer and infrastructure, emergency preparedness, we've had no emergencies this year. Except for that one tornado, but that kind of fizzled.
Oh, I was just saying over here.
It didn't really hit. Safe at Home definitely uses theirs. Bicycle Task Force, I'm going to rejuvenate this, sending out an email and ask them to come to the Hamlet Committee and figure, cause it looks like the bridge will happen potentially next year, so we have to start preparing bike racks, bike amenities. So it's on my list of things to do once the sewer's done. It's broadband, we still have 182 homes without broadband, but there is a proposal put forth where Consolidated is going to service those houses on the county level. Michael Tucker was just talking about that at the Economic Development Committee, so there might be movement on that. Grant writer we left in but took down, just in case we needed one, I know they're very hard to find. You know, CAC, it's the 750 again. You still have that for this year if you wanna. Get something,
I wonder if.
sure,
Yeah, maybe maybe we could combine. Could we combine CAC, climate smart and clean energy? To help pay for the solar?
sure,
Okay, cause I think that's where we need it the
I-
most, right?
yeah, just have a meeting and bring a proposal to the
Yeah.
board, I think. No objection here,
Okay.
but when the proposal's before us, we can discuss. Cemetery contractual, we did bring it up a bit, cause we did get some new cemeteries, Rich and I have yet to sit down and fully go over that database, but we will. State retirement. No control, Bob Patterson fills these out, the social security is based on the COLA increases. The medical insurance, it looks like a good 20%, we put in 20%. Again, these are Bob's recommendations and not really, there you go. Okay, we can talk about this number when we get to the highway budget, the interfund transfer. And the capital fund, this will change when we do the last page. Get this going, I could put 5K for the solar. And we'll be doing that, so those numbers will change.
The net surplus deficit. On the actual for 2025, that's the sewer district projects.
No, net surplus,
So,
modified budget, no, the sewer's completely separate.
okay, so,
Well, let's see. He's saying we are down $60,000, I can ask them about that, the appropriations in 2025.
yeah, it's just a general question that.
Yeah.
For Q3, we
Yeah,
have actual 50% of the modified budget, but. Why was why wonder is what is this? What is this what is the bulk of this modified budget difference?
oh,
If we haven't exceeded. If we haven't already spent 50% of it, is what I mean. There must be a
Capital project.
ticket, there must be a bigger ticket item.
Oh,
That we
yeah.
haven't paid for yet, that's what I'm
right,
referring to.
it's not the sewer,
Capital project.
yeah, it is capital,
The
It's-
sub shed maybe.
the engineering for the salt shed, Hannah Park,
Yep.
the speed signs, that's included here, there's also capital projects, I'd have to take a look at the capital project,
Cause don't we need to make sure that. Those are basically spent before the end of the year, meaning this balance we have between the 520 actual and the
Mhm.
million modified, we just need to make sure that.
right,
What we approved this year is actually spent this year.
yes, it should be, cause he's showing, we're a slight deficit. But hold it, no, that's actual through, it's 441 left to spend out of 1 million. I will ask about that,
Yeah, I'm sure it's a number of items
Yeah.
we just haven't paid for, or we just haven't paid for yet, but I just.
Right,
probably very
It's,
correct.
yeah, it's just unusual this time of year to,
To show that.
yeah, to show
The
that.
remaining, okay. We have 10 minutes, what's,
no, I've got a highway, no.
let's do that tomorrow. Should we start in on? Now with 10 minutes. Sewer. Yeah, let's start in on sewer, cause that's blown up. We are proposing a 0.98% increase in sewer EDUs because currently the charge for EDU is not a round number, it's
168.53.
$168.53. We're proposing to make that an even 171 for ease sake on our clerk, and also I feel that
Good offset some stuff.
we need to offset some expenses. I know that the 12% increase was 4 years ago now, 3 years ago. But again, there had been no increase.
It's a 7% and then a 5.
The 7, but again, there had
One
been
year
no,
after the other.
there had been no increases for the initial 12 years.
Yeah.
So I just think it's easier to slowly increase 1% a year, hopefully, if we can keep that and keep the
The
books in line.
The other thought was, with the grease traps, which we won't know for a little while. But, we cleaned out all the major grease traps in the town, in the sewer district, in the last couple of weeks. And, the idea is that we now clean them out quarterly. We charge 1.5 EDUs per quarter for the grease traps for people that have them.
I have a question.
And, well, wait till I finish, and please, and, right now, that 1.5 doesn't really cover what it just cost us to clean all of it out. But if we're gonna clean them out every quarter, the next bill should be a lot less, because the tanks won't be anywhere near as full. So when we get that bill, we'll be able to figure out actually what it does cost per EDU to clean out the tank, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So we can't really guess that until probably in January, maybe earlier, but.
cause it isn't like, the grease traps are this big variable in maintenance of these systems. I mean, grease traps cause the biggest, I mean, not the trap itself, the grease obviously
The grease,
causes a big issue.
if the tank gets too full, the grease
Yeah.
slides into the tank and
Yeah, so we should definitely make sure the business owners who are creating grease pay for their share.
That's what I mean, like Stewart's Rojam Brewing Company, they produce a lot of grease.
Yeah,
As
But they
as
pay
opposed
1.5
to,
EDUs,
and
but that was based
Hillsdale
on.
House, a lot of
It's
grease.
not all of them.
Diner, yeah,
yeah,
Just cleaned out.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
yeah,
They just got done.
right. I remember when Stewart's had the emergency cleaning. And Mike and I went down there, the grease trap cleaning was last summer, yeah, and it was scary.
Oh, yeah.
So my question was, how much do these businesses pay?
1.5 EDUs per quarter. Per grease trap.
Just that
So you're
not anywhere near
That's why I
to
was trying to explain.
yeah,
We've just had them all cleaned out, every one of them, including their tanks.
yeah,
That's
The
5,000.
other tanks, it was close to $6,000
Yeah,
for everyone. What I don't know, the plan now is to clean them every quarter.
yeah,
So some of these tanks haven't been cleaned out at all. Others have been cleaned out a year ago, some were cleaned out 2 years ago.
right,
Some have been going for 10 years. So we need to figure out in the next cleaning, which will be next quarter,
yeah,
what the difference is. So it shouldn't be $6,000, it should be closer to 1,000, 1,500, and then equate everything so we can figure out what it actually costs per gallon to clean them. And
Wow.
then we can increase from 1.5 to 2 or 1 3/4 or whatever you have to increase, so it covers our costs. Because
Yeah.
before it wasn't
Can-
covering our costs.
right,
Can you increase the cost preemptively, or you
You can.
must actually have that data?
You
first?
can, but it was a big deal when we did it in 21.
Oh, it was.
It was a huge deal. People were just like the diner.
Oh my God, they went nuts.
Okay.
About it. And,
yeah, if you could have some,
yeah,
backup.
but it's a major problem with the plant because it gets into those fabrics and
yeah,
then you have to clean them.
ruins everything you just fixed.
Total EDUs are there?
Totally for the town.
Yeah.
It's
Or-
155 or something like that.
Um,
It's changed with recently. It's
You would know
changed.
better than I.
Well, Lee took down a couple of them, because Lee's the one that adjusts them if they need to be, the amount of EDUs that you need to be adjusted.
155.
Something like that.
So is this right? Like people, each household pays on average like $700 a year for?
About. If they
I
have one.
mean-
Yeah, one EDU is currently 170 times 4, what's that? Yeah, 680,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, right now, yeah, it's about 155 EDUs. So
and,
if you multiply it out, it comes to 104 or something,
yeah,
103, so.
I would, by the way, as a private owner of a septic field, I would love to be able to pay $680 a year for my household.
Uh-huh.
Let's remind the sewer district of that. I mean, for a septic field I'm replacing an existing septic field now. It's a $50,000 project without engineering fees.
Mhm.
So that's it's $65,000 for a two-bedroom home in Hillsdale.
Yeah, but if you are on like with our house, if you're on a house that actually has a septic thing that we fixed like 7 years ago or 8 years ago. We've had it cleaned out once since then, and it was $450. That's it.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's where each place is very different. But the problem is with the hamlet is that there's not enough space in any of those plots to actually put a field in.
no, of course, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
can't do it.
it's.
Put one right in behind Mount
I would
Washington.
love to have this,
I know, so.
this would be much easier for me.
I did not gotten back to us about this 130,
What?
but we should probably,
Did they get back?
no, but I'll go call now, so, okay, good work, guys. We'll go over the highway, finish the sewer, light fund and park fund tomorrow,
If we finish at 127 tomorrow, I can probably make it.
okay,
That ballpark area.
okay.
I just gotta be back there by 2.
Okay, we'll pass the solar panel tomorrow.
Go do some homework, but yeah.
Yes, I had to reach out on Ken about. Sorry,
So we're adjourning to.
yeah, so motion to adjourn,
I make a motion.
I guess, I'll second that, and all in favor,
Aye.
okay, thank you, guys.
Mhm.
So we're not.
Ken.